two big nights of The Apprentice on Tuesday and Wednesday just gone. Matt had been to the screening when we last spoke. He sort of previewed it slightly for us.
Didn't I? Yeah.
A lot of people might not know this, but before the three of us came together, Gary did an Apprentice-only podcast.
I came this close to getting Stuart Brand on there, so there you are.
Stuart Baggs, the brand.
Stuart Baggs, the brand. I suppose the big twist this year on The Apprentice is, and it seems to be a running theme throughout, sort of these sort of reality shows, is that there's 20 candidates this year.
I think, I don't know if I mentioned it last week, but they're not going to do it again. Nick Hewer looked very exhausted from the prospect of doing it one time. He said the logistical aspect of it was an absolute nightmare because him and Karen have to basically write down everything that they say.
I think you can tell as well, there's a lot more arguing in between team members. There's lots more blaming and lots of, sniping, which makes great television, but none of the tasks get done. I mean, the last night's task was to come up with some sort of wearable technology. And all of the good ideas got basically shouted down. And what you ended up with one idea, which was basically, for the girls, one was a combination of three ideas, and the bloke's idea that was written on the back of a fag packet during a pitch. The hard thing to do, really, with this many candidates is pick them out. I suppose who are the people that have stood out for you? For me, it's been Stephen.
Felipe, you want to summarise the reasons for the loss?
Certainly, Lord Sugar. We had a team that Charles was managing, which had a very disruptive character.
Who was that?
Stephen. Can you let me finish? I will listen to you.
That is not true. Every single thing I've done throughout the task was for the best interest of the team. With regards to the T-shirts, I said that these T-shirts are a high markup. If we priced £7 per T-shirt and sold even 10 of them, we would have beat the girls. That's £70.
What did you sell, Stephen?
No, excuse me. Felipe, stop.
Hold on. This is a good point he's raised, and I want to get to the bottom of this, okay? There are two killer items in this package of stuff that I gave you. One was the sausages. Plenty of money you could make on those. The other was the T-shirt.
Lord Sugar, there was a point in which we were driving in the car and I was saying that I have my concerns. Please, let me speak. I said, Charles, you need to instruct the driver to turn around and we need to get those T-shirts. And you said to me, Stephen, no.
What I hear from that group as well is that all the time they were arguing between themselves. And because Stephen did not want to do what they wanted.
Who told you this?
I spoke.
Might well be in Charles's interest to palm the blame off on somebody else.
Let me make it very clear.
That's a scapegoat.
I never said.
I'm being scapegoated.
What I liked was the ones who were sort of in your face in Ep 1 were sort of background in episode 2.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, we're 2 episodes in. I feel like I hardly know any of the female candidates because the men have been back in the boardroom, and there's still been a couple of the men. I've got no idea who they are. You've got a reviewer on the website, haven't you, Luke? Who's sort of running through each
we've got
candidates
talent.
and what
We came up with talent or tool, and it
was quite a good idea, I thought.
But the names that are there, I still don't recognise at least sort of 7 of them. I've got after 2 episodes.
Outside of whether we think it's an interest, whether we think who's going to win and that, I just found it really entertaining. I really enjoyed it. I didn't feel like it had outstayed its welcome. I was glad to have it back. I watched it with the family. We were laughing all the way through it. We were enjoying it. It's not the same as watching these other long-running realities like the X Factor or Scripted.
I have to say, it created good water cooler moments again. I spoke to colleagues this morning in the office, and I said, "Oh, did anyone watch The Apprentice? Yeah. What about so and so? What about so and so?" And everybody, particularly in a business way, when you work in an office, you go, "God, I'd never do that," and I hope that if I did that, I'd know. Like the guy last night, I can't remember his name. Surprise. Who said I wouldn't wear this product out in the street?
Daniel.
And you think, gosh, if I was selling something, I would never say that. And you're right, and it is quite funny how under pressure they make such
What I would
mistakes.
say is that they did have a couple of down years. It was only last year that they sort of cast it really well, and I think they knew that casting. I mean, last year you had Louisa, you had Jason, Alex, Neil. And I think this year you've got some strong characters and even some that are yet to sort of come fully out. The line that I'd like to take umbrage with was the excuse me, he's northern, he'd sell his own grandmother.
No, I found that to be... I
don't believe the two comments were related. I think, excuse him, he's northern, comma, he would sell his own grandmother. I don't think the two are related.
And they were related to him being northern.
Like most northerners.